What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have something that is going to, I think, be amazing. It's going to help you guys out a whole lot, and it's perfect for where we are now as a country and our economy, right? 3 ways to profit in any economy. If it's going up, it's going down, it's going sideways, you're going to be able to profit. And here's how. Stay tuned. Let's get educated. So, first way, you want to start a side hustle. It's easy, it's simple, and it could be something as easy as DoorDash or picking up some part-time hours or anything like that. The point of having a side hustle, though, is not to make that a career. You're not gonna go there and hey, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next 40 years or whatever the case is. You're just trying to make some income, some short-term income that you can use to invest. You can use to learn new skills, which we will go into a little bit further in a little bit. But these are all very good things to think about when you want to grab a side hustle. You want to make sure that it creates decent income. You don't want to go and start doing something, spending your time on something if it's not going to be worth it. And I do mean that monetarily. A lot of people don't like to break things down to the money of it all, but in the end, you need money to survive, right? You got to eat, you got to live, you got to you have to have all these things. So at the end of the day, it has to be able to make money. The next thing is, it's not an 8-hour career. Let's be clear. A side hustle is not saying that you need to go pick up another 8-hour career. It's just saying you need a little something on the side. That way you can have some pocket change for investing, for skill learning, for properties, for et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And always do your research. You always. I could tell you that this is the perfect side hustle for you. It's going to make you X amount of dollars. But in the end, you have to do your own research. You have to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, because it might work differently for me, because I work differently as a human being. So those are the three little things for the side hustle. But the second thing that will actually help you profit in this economy is if you start a business. I myself took that initiative last year and started up my business here, New Nimbus Investments, and we're doing all right. And it's actually a lot of fun, and it is a lot of work though. But it will lead you to a financial and time freedom. A lot of people don't even speak on time freedom. Excuse me, because it's just a secondary thought for most people. It's like, oh, well, once I have the money, then I'll have the time. That's not necessarily how it works, especially for my business owners out there. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Just because you have a lot of money does not mean you have a lot of time. So that's where you want to reach that middle ground when it comes to starting a business. You want to be able to make a lot of money for sure, but you also want to be able to enjoy that money. So far we've gone through, starting a side hustle, starting a business, and then the last thing, and this is probably the most important thing that I can share with you guys today, and it is to understand that when you borrow money, let's say from a bank, you go and you get a $5,000 loan from the bank, that form of debt is not taxed. So what does that mean? How is that going to help us? How is that going to help us profit in any economy, right? Well, if you go and get a loan, let's say for $5,000, and then you invest that into an asset, you invest that money into an asset, then your money starts to work for you. So you can start paying back the money that you've already borrowed from the bank as it starts to get your returns. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? You acquire assets. You're not acquiring liabilities. Don't go buy a car. Don't go buy a purse. A Birkin bag is not a investment unless you plan on starting a Birkin bag store. Okay, so for all my ladies out there, Birkin bags, that is not an investment unless you plan on selling Birkin bags. Okay, so cars, bags, houses, these are not excuse me, these are not assets. These are liabilities. And if you don't understand what the difference is between an asset and a liability, I will definitely be going over that again this week, actually. So stay tuned for that. But just real quick, down and dirty, an asset is something that's going to make you money. A liability is something that's going to lose money. So what does that mean? A car depreciates in value pretty much right after it leaves the lot, right? So what does that mean? That means you go buy, let's say you go buy a Maybach, which is, a $250,000 car. It's not an investment. You're not using that car to lift people from A to B. It was just a fun purchase because you wanted it, right? It's not going to make you any money. In fact, the moment you drove it off the lot, it became probably, I'd say its value dropped down to about 75%. So probably somewhere between $200,000 and $175,000 is what you, if you were to drive it right back onto the lot and try and sell it back to them. I guarantee you that's a depreciating liability. So what do we want to do? We want to acquire as many assets as possible. What are our assets? Skills, property, and I do not mean buying a house to live in. I mean buying a house to rent, or convert that property for money making purposes. Um, Investing in the stock market, crypto, ETFs, all of these different avenues are ways that you can profit off of money that you've borrowed. And this is the kind of information that the layman, me, you, everyone, that they don't share with us. And that's the whole purpose of this channel. That's the whole purpose of me being on YouTube and showing my face in the first place. Is there's so much out there for us that we can have a better life, live better lives, right? So I'm just gonna run through it one more time real quick. And like I said, this one is actually under 10 minutes, guys. So 3 ways to profit in any economy. One, start a side hustle, a real side hustle. Not an 8-hour career, but go out there, get you some DoorDash hours. DoorDash is a phenomenal side hustle. I don't think people, give enough credit to that. Yes, it has its ups and downs. I've done it personally, but it can make you some good money. I actually know people who have bought cars from doing DoorDash. So like, it's very very plausible. 2, start a business. It doesn't matter what it is. What is your passion? Find out what your passion is and then figure out how to monetize it. I have a video that shows you how to monetize on your skills, the 3 top monetizable skills, and just take off, right? That's all I want. I want all of us to just take off. If we're not all doing good, then none of us are doing good. That's the way it works. And then the third thing, guys, and then I'm going to let you go because, I want you guys to go out there and make this money, is realize that borrowed money isn't taxed money. You need to put borrowed money into an asset. Once you have assets, money will start to look and behave differently. And I know that might not make any sense right now, but believe me when I say, when you start to really get into investing and you're not thinking short term, you're thinking long term, and you're making sure all of your positions are going to profit up or down. Remember, we talked about that, how to profit in a bull or a bear market. You want to make sure that you're positioning yourself so that way if the market dips, you're not going to be like, oh no, I don't have money for my rent next month, my mortgage next month, my car payment. You always want to make sure that you have enough money for those things. And then anything extra, that's what you want to be putting into your investments. And you always want to be putting money in. That is the key. Consistency is always key. So start a side hustle, start a business, and obviously acquire assets. These are the 3 ways that you are going to be able to profit in any economy, and I can guarantee that. Well, guys, like I said, this one was going to be quick. I just wanted to get this information to you guys. I wanted to make sure that you guys could go out and profit today, get you a little side hustle, start you a business, find out what's good for you, and then just go do it. The first step is taking action. The moment you do that, everything else will fall into place. Guys, it's always a pleasure. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing this information with you guys. If you guys could do me a favor and just like the video just so YouTube knows that it's not crap, and subscribe if you want more content like this, and please let me know if you like it. And until next time, guys, have fun, stay safe, wear a seatbelt.